Ronnie's Fund has been established to support regional projects by music therapists in New Zealand. Ronnie was born Veronica Merle Briggs on March 13, 1933. In 1954, she became Ronnie Scott, and I knew her as Mum. She was 83 when she died with dementia in 2016. My mother's life began in poverty in a small council house in Australia. Then life took her on a journey to the highest realms of society. She dined with governors and prime ministers. She went to concerts and ballet. She went to theatres and playhouses. She went to movies and dances. She was a farmer, a wife, a mother, a friend to many, and a cook for the hordes in her rural family and community where she lived her adult life. She was a woman who played badminton and bowls and rattled many a cage at community meetings. She supported her church and its charities with her prayers and her labour. She loved Nat King Cole and cried when he died. She listened to Glenn Miller and the big band's style. My sister and I would sit on her bed and watch her dress in gowns and jewels and exotically long gloves as she prepared for dances and dinners, very often after a hard day of manual work in the dairy and the field. She took me to see Peter and the Wolf when I was 5, and then to many a musical film and production. South Pacific, My Fair Lady, Sound of Music, Mary Poppins. Later we went to see things like the London Philharmonic Orchestra together. My son has become a professional musician and is now married to another. The one constant in my mother's life, other than love for her husband of almost 60 years, was music. That journey began in the convent school where she was educated, then followed her into dance halls and theatres, through 78 records to the digital era. In the last years of her life, when speech and most else had left her, it was music and dancing that gave my mother's life meaning and pleasure. The therapists would come, the music would start, and for my mother it was, "Let the dancing begin." I have established this fund so that others may experience those pleasures too. It is a fund to honour my mother and her life, and to acknowledge too what the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche reminds us: without music, life would be a mistake.